You. I know that you're tired of switching between multiple AI providers. One doesn't have web search, one only lets you process tiny files. One charges you 8 cents for every single message you send, even if it's just like hi. A single word, 8 cents. What even is that? I'm constantly trying to optimize my workflow, and the constant spam of new AI tools and providers has been a massive time sink for me. I'm sure it has for you as well. And I think it's time for me to add my own to the pile. I've done extensive testing with every AI model out there, and as we know, each model and provider have their own great features, but they also have massive limitations, and most of the time, those limitations are completely artificial. I built Specify with the goal of bringing the best functionalities from every provider into one streamlined user interface. Other platforms have artificial restrictions on features like web search and file upload and vector search. At Specify, we built custom flows in order to let you use any model that you want without breaking your workflow. You'll have access to web search, large file upload, and vector search with any model out there. Let me show you how Specify is changing the game and why our users are ditching their multiple subscriptions for this all-in-one platform. So here you see Specify. We have our 3 key features: chat with all models, build precise project specs, and create stunning images. So you can see we have unrestricted access to every single model. So you can see, for example, with our competitors, we have Anthropic, ChatGPT+, Gemini Advanced. All of these are going to cost you $20 a month just for the base tier subscription. That's going to be $60 a month for all of those, and you're not even going to have access to all the key features that you might want. Maybe you will with one model, maybe with another model you won't. With Specify, starting at just $8 per month, you're going to have access to every single model out there, and access to every feature that you could ask for with every single model out there. We are powered by all the leading AI models. You can see our provider selector here and our model selector here. We have speed details for every model out there. You can see our image generation. So you put in a prompt and it spits out beautiful, stunning images. I mean, the quality is very impressive. You can see here we also offer AI image editing. So you can see here we have the main image we want to edit, and then we have 3 supporting images. So we have this underwater cave kind of circle thing here. We have this coral, and we have these sea creatures. And it turns it into this lounge with the big circle window with the sea creatures in it, and then the coral here. You can see here we got my puppy, and we got a snowboarder going through the powder trees, and we got some goggles here, and turns it into my puppy snowboarding through the powder trees with some goggles. Pretty sweet. And then we got a bike here with like a cyberpunk background, and we got some neon lights on the roof and a futuristic looking bike. And it turns it into the futuristic looking bike with the cyberpunk background and the neon lights on the roof. Very cool what it's capable of. And here you can see our vector search. So when you upload a file, it's going to go into the knowledge base. When you perform a web search, it's going to go into the knowledge base. And then whenever you send a chat message or generate a spec, it's going to query that knowledge base with our vector search implementation and only generate the most relevant results based off that. So you can see with our competitors, they're just going to upload the entire document into the context window. And it's going to fill up your context window and cost you a lot of money. And the accuracy is actually going to come down a lot because of that too, because the LM has all of this information. Most of it's probably not relevant. With Specify, when vector search is enabled, it's going to only maybe upload, half of the context window, probably even less than half of the context window. And then also with our knowledge base, when you upload a file or perform a web search, it's going to go into our knowledge base, and then every single chat or spec is going to have access to it. With competitors, you're going to have to upload that file or perform that web search in every single chat, which gets really annoying, let me tell you. I've done a lot of it. And we also have instant load times and seamless sync, and this was really important to me. So with other chats, everything is going to be just stored only on the server. So every time that you access their website, you're going to have to query all of that data from the server down to your client side. With us, all of the data is stored on your client side instantly when you create it. So when you send a chat message, when you generate a spec, it's stored on your client and also on our server side. So if you delete it from your client side, we'll sync it back down from our remote side. No problem. This makes the response times almost instant when you load the page. If you go to the chat page, you're going to be able to load each new chat instantly. Instantly. No transition time, no loading spinner, none of that. Instant. You can see here our pricing. So we have one-time credit purchases, and we also have monthly subscriptions. All of these will have access to every single feature that we have, though. You won't be locked down. You won't have to get this max tier just to have access to everything. The only thing the max tier is going to provide you is a discount on the margins. But other than that, you'll have access to absolutely everything. You can see here with our pricing details, we have a full-on pricing calculator. So you can select your provider, select your model, select your subscription tier, select if you have web search enabled or not, and select your input token, output tokens, and you're going to be able to see how much that message would cost you. So we want to be as transparent as possible, and this really helps you to understand, how many messages you're going to get and how much each message is going to cost you based off of the model that you have selected. So that being said, let's get into the actual usage. So here's our chat page. We have multiple examples that you can select from here. So there's categories up here at the top, and we also have AI image generation, which we'll get into in a bit. You can see we have our different threads here, and when we go to a new thread, let's just try out an example. So we have push notifications. That sounds pretty good. Let's try a different model. I think Gemini 2.5 Pro is really good these days. So let's see. It's going to take its time thinking. Gemini 2.5 Pro doesn't actually show the reasoning data. They're working on showing that for all the models. I think they only show it for Gemini 2.5 Flash currently. So once they enable that, we will have it instantly, let me tell you. So you can see here, it's going to ask how to implement push notifications in a mobile app. And it's outputting all of the information that you could ever need, really. So yeah, I think you get the idea of how that works. So let's go from here and let's see. Here you can see the message finished, and we have, the full data for everything that we could need to know about the question that we asked. So now if we want to try image generation, let's check out image generation, and let's just try, let's build our own. So make me a picture of a gorilla in space. Sounds good to me. I don't know. So this will take, between 15 to 60 seconds. You can actually change the quality down here. You can upload files to use as reference. You can change the output size here as well. A lot of other providers, they'll just have it set to auto for the size, and they'll have it set to auto for the image generation quality, and you just don't want that. So that outputs just a beautiful image of a gorilla in space. It's amazing. Now let's check out the spec generator. So I won't go into too much detail about this. We'll save that for another video. But you can see here we got examples for the spec generator as well. We have our tabs for the spec generator. So here's the threads that I've generated before. But if we want to generate a new one, let's just go with the galaxy simulation. So when we load an example, it's going to already have filled out a lot of the required fields, or all of the required fields really. It's going to also have put in some final directives, and it'll have selected GPT-4o Mini for both. I don't really want that, so let's try Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and I think 4o Mini is a good tool call model, so we'll save it as that. And let's even enable max mode, even though we're probably not going to use max mode. So we can see here the review of what we're going to use to generate the spec. No web sources, no files. But we'll have this as our goal. We're going to generate a galaxy simulation. Here's our high level goal. Requirements. And we don't have any current project state. This is a new project. And here's our final directives, our selected models. And let's go ahead, generate specification. So we're analyzing the project details right now, and then it starts outputting the spec. And then here you'll also see on the side we're generating a summary of the spec, and we're also generating some quick refactor actions for you. So as this generates, that summary is coming in as well. Now this is going to be a full spec that you could use to fully implement this galaxy simulation. You would give this to an AI agent, and it would be able to fully generate the entire project for you. It would give you at least a good starting point that you could work from very easily. So you can see, I think it should be almost done here. Yeah, so we got conclusion. This specification outlines the steps to create an interactive 3D galaxy simulation using Next.js 15, 3.js, and React 3 Fiber. You can see here we got our summary. And here it generated multiple quick refactor actions that we could use in order to generate a new revision of this spec, but refactored in one of these ways. So it's kind of just fun to use the emojify one. So when we do this, it's going to add emojis throughout the spec. So we could reselect different models now. I'm just going to leave it as the same models. Analyzing project details again. And it will then start outputting the new emojified spec. So yeah, you can see it added emojis here. We got emojis throughout the whole thing now. And you can see version 2 of 2 up here. You got emojis going through the whole thing. And yeah, that's Specify. Hope that you guys enjoyed this little walkthrough, and I hope that you guys enjoy using this. Feel free to reach out through our contact page. We will have a Discord coming soon, but you know, we do still have email contact, and yeah, we respond pretty quickly. So we are very, very motivated to make this the best possible AI chat out there. We're well aware that we have great competition, but we really think that we provide the best possible set of features that are out there right now. So please let me know if there's any feature that you really want. Please let me know if you have any issues or questions about using this, and have a great day.